Hunter S. Thompson and Johnny Depp. Two names you wouldn't expect to hear in the same sentence. A writer and an actor. An unlikely pair? Maybe. But sometimes the most unexpected friendships are the strongest. Their shared eccentricities and love for the unconventional forged a bond that ran deep, deeper than most could understand. It all started with a bang, literally, a meeting that was as explosive as it was memorable. Depp once described their first meeting as seeing sparks fly, an electric encounter that neither would forget. Thompson, armed with a cattle prod and taser, made quite the impression on the young actor. The young actor found himself irresistibly drawn to the enigmatic and unpredictable writer. He ended up living in Thompson's basement, an unconventional arrangement that only deepened their bond. Depp was preparing for a role that would change his life forever, immersing himself in Thompson's world. He was going to play Raoul Duke in the film adaptation of Thompson's most famous work, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. The experience cemented their friendship. They became close confidants, sharing secrets and dreams. They were kindred spirits in a world that often misunderstood them, finding solace in each other's company. Thompson, the self-proclaimed doctor of Gonzo journalism, and Depp, the Hollywood heartthrob who defied convention, were an odd yet perfect match. They were two sides of the same rebellious coin, each pushing boundaries in their own unique ways. Hunter S. Thompson was a literary force of nature, a man who redefined the boundaries of journalism. He didn't just report the news, he inhabited it, immersing himself in the very heart of the stories he covered. His writing pulsed with a raw energy, a frenetic pace that mirrored the chaos of the world around him. It was fueled by drugs, alcohol, and a deep-seated disdain for authority, a cocktail that gave his work an edge like no other. He called his style Gonzo journalism, a term that has since become synonymous with his unique approach. Thompson's words weren't always pretty. They were raw, unfiltered, and often controversial. They were often messy, chaotic, and brutally honest, reflecting the turbulent times he wrote about. He blurred the lines between fact and fiction, creating a narrative that was as much about his own experiences as it was about the events he covered. He inserted himself into the story, becoming a character in his own right. His own experiences and perceptions became part of the narrative, adding a layer of depth and authenticity. It was subjective, it was unconventional, and it was brilliant. His work challenged the status quo and redefined what journalism could be. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, his most celebrated work, became a counterculture Bible. It was a wild ride through the American dream, fueled by a cocktail of drugs and disillusionment, capturing the spirit of a generation. Thompson's writing resonated with a generation hungry for authenticity, for a voice that spoke to their disillusionment and desire for change. He wasn't afraid to expose the hypocrisy he saw around him, using his pen as a weapon against the establishment. Years later, Depp stumbled upon a treasure. Hidden away in Thompson's war room, he found a manuscript. It was a novel Thompson had written decades earlier. Depp knew he had to get this book published. He owed it to his friend. Depp's efforts paid off, was published in 1998. It offered a glimpse into Thompson's early years as a struggling writer in Puerto Rico. The novel, infused with the trademark Thompson wit and cynicism, further solidified his literary legacy. Section 4, Blast Off. In 2005, tragedy struck the world of journalism and literature. Hunter S. Thompson, the iconic Gonzo journalist at the age of 67, took his own life. Depp was devastated. He had lost a mentor, a friend, a kindred spirit who had profoundly influenced his life and career. But Depp knew he had one last duty to fulfill, a promise he had made to his dear friend. He had to give his friend the send-off he deserved, one that would be as unique and unforgettable as Thompson himself. Thompson had always envisioned a spectacular end, something that would leave a lasting impression. Years earlier he had sketched out his ideal funeral, complete with detailed plans and handwritten notes. He wanted his ashes to be blasted from a cannon, a final act of defiance and celebration. Not just any cannon, but a 153-foot behemoth shaped like a giant fist, symbolizing his larger-than-life persona. It was a fitting farewell for a man who lived life on his own terms, always pushing boundaries. The ceremony was pure Thompson, a blend of chaos and creativity. It was grand, irreverent, and unforgettable, just like the man himself. Celebrities like John Kerry, Jack Nicholson, and Bill Murray gathered to pay their respects, honoring the legend. As Thompson's ashes shot into the sky above Woody Creek, Colorado, A spectacular fireworks display lit up the night. Depp had spent millions to honor his friend's final wish, ensuring that Thompson's legacy would live on in the most extraordinary way. Section 5. A Legacy of Rebellion. The cannon shot wasn't just about fulfilling a dying wish, it was a celebration of a life lived on the edge. Thompson's legacy was about more than just words on a page. It was about challenging the status quo. It was about embracing individuality, even when it made others uncomfortable. Depp's tribute was a testament to the power of friendship. It was a reminder that even in death, we can honor the wishes of those we love. It was a fitting farewell to a man who lived life on his own terms, a man who never compromised his vision, a man who embodied the spirit of Gonzo.